Way short, and for a moment we were thinking he was out hurt. Aaron Plessinger looked pretty spicy in that first part of the race.
And then Hunter Lawrence down hard while leading. Deegan goes for a big ride while leading.
Hello and welcome to round 5 of the RN Fantasy MXperts show. I'm Chase.
I'm Charles. Hey, we're going to Southwick.
Going to Southwick. Charles, the break, the weekend off, did it allow you to stew and think about this little 15 points gap you have over me going into Southwick?
It was fantastic.
Less than one
weekend.
pick. Stress-free?
No, it's kind of a bummer when the races aren't on. It's like, all right, well, did my riding during the day, and
there was no
what
races.
Am I gonna watch?
I was at a race, and I was racing. I was
Beautiful.
attempting a race. My elbow's telling the story. I ran out of so much talent this weekend. I crashed. Charles, I crashed. It was almost a Sexton crash. It was about as close to just going straight on a flat piece of track as you can do.
Okay.
Let me explain.
Let's hear it.
So we're at Cash.
You're in a straight line and you crashed?
I was going pretty much straight and crashed. It's astonishing this can happen. I was we were at Cache Valley MX for the RMX race. And you come up with these rollers, you go over the finish line, and there is this flat section on top where you just go straight for a little bit, and then it starts to curve right. They overwatered. It was really muddy, like right in the center of this track, like muddy. And you had to either go far outside or far inside. There wasn't anywhere else to go in the middle. First lap of my first moto, I brain fart and just forget to say, hey, you need to go outside or inside. Just don't go right up the middle of these rollers because you're going to go right through the mud. Lo and behold, man, I just go right up these rollers, and as soon as I land, I'm like, oh, shoot, I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. So I try and, do the smart thing and cut left through the mud to try and get to the dry spot, wash the front, slide for about 15 feet, get up, continue my moto.
That's crazy.
So it was a very stupid crash.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Sometimes when you're in the slick, it's just safe to don't grab the brakes and just keep her steady.
Well, I mean,
but yeah,
it's one thing if it was muddy, but there was a rut to go through, but it was just slop. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I got to get out of it. And that's what happened. So if you run out of talent, things like that happen.
I feel that.
But hey, we're okay. We went 5-4 on the day. We're all right.
Nice.
It was a fun day.
Out of 5.
Did you ride Did you ride this weekend?
I actually did.
Okay, where at the track? Did you do some hard enduro? What'd you do?
I did some Endurocross.
Okay.
Shout out Nick Thompson.
You rode at his place?
Oh, it was so sick. But, yeah, went through some big old rock piles and messed up my fork tubes again. And
Shocker.
Like that.
Shocker. When you ride hard enduro, you wonder why your bike's broken. Good grief. Well, listen, everybody, we are headed to Southwick. As Charles just said, if you haven't signed up, if you've never played RN Fantasy MX before, you're missing out. We do grand prizes at the end of the year, which we're going to show you in a moment. We do weekly prizes each week, 10 weekly prizes. And we also do fantasy cash. When you score points playing fantasy, you get, there's a meme about it that Christian made. You get cash that you can spend directly on Rocky Mountain's website. And right now, with our top 5, how consistent they're being, we're giving away a lot of fantasy cash right now.
That's right.
Yeah. We're feeling it in the pocketbooks here at Rocky Mountain because we're giving away so much cash. But it's free to play. Go to rnfantasymx.com, create your free account, make your top 5 picks in the Wildcard. Charles and I are here to show you or to help you make your picks and do a little bit of bench racing.
That's right.
It's that easy.
Yeah. Easy deal.
Where are we getting about tickets to next, Charles?
We're going, giving tickets to Redbud, 20 of them, but don't comment until.
It's a pretty crappy Redbud. How would AP do it?
Redbud! That was crappy too, but it was a better attempt. So, we're giving away 20 tickets to Redbud. So, after the video or the show is done, leave us a comment. Let us know how many tickets you need. There
you go. Yep, it's that simple. Grand prizes. Here's why you're playing RN Fantasy MX. Got them on the screen here. First place, it's a Gas MC300, completely built, ready to go, ready to rip and rock. Rip and Rock, that's a new one. Ticket to Rides for second place. We're going to bring you out here to Utah, take you down to southern Utah and go do some fun riding. And third place, you got the Stasic bike and a couple batteries. And then you can see 4th through 10th, man. MSR, Tusk, Recluse. Shout out to these brands like Recluse and MSR, Arrowhead, Alpine Stars, Attack, Motion Pro, brands that have been on board for fantasy for a long time. Support these brands that are donating these amazing prizes for $1,000. And we also have weekly prizes. What are we up for? What's up for grabs this week, Chuck?
Matrix Concepts. We've got Bridgestone, 7MX, MSR. Hey, NXT preload gear set. It's got the little pocket in it. Kind of awesome.
Rocking that this weekend.
Yep. Dirt Tricks. So front and rear brake rotors. They don't just make sprockets, just so you know. OGO, you're getting the helmet case and the goggle box. You're getting the First Line Chemicals for 8th place. Lots of good stuff, whether it's...
You can buy a lot of gloss coat.
Yeah, contact cleaner. I like...
Dude, the chain loop rocks.
Yeah.
Been using that. All of it's good.
The plastic and lens cleaner.
Yeah.
You can use that.
The air filter oil.
Anything.
All of it's good. Okay.
Yep, good stuff there. Scott Prospect goggles, the tear-offs, replacement lens, and then Pro Taper bars and grips.
Do you have a favorite lens tint? Of all the brands of goggles that are on the market, is there a favorite tint that you've ever used?
You're going to hate me.
What?
I'm clear always.
You're just a clear guy?
The problem is I like all types of riding, and I always try to push my riding all the way into the evening. So if I start with a tinted goggle.
Gets a little rough for you?
Gets rough at night. So.
Okay. I say this because with Scott, who's an awesome sponsor, my all-time favorite goggle lens tint is the Rose Amplifier lens that Scott makes. It's like it makes the sun less harsh, but it doesn't. But it also, like, I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't sound right. Math is hard. It's science. It makes the sun less harsh, but it almost like makes the dirt brighter all at the same time. To where, like, I just feel like it's just Rose Amplifier, folks. If you've never used it,
you're not squinting, but you see everything good.
Exactly. Basically. Try it. Rose Amplifier, you can use it when it's cloudy, when it's overcast, when it's low light. You can use it when it's bright and sunny. It's my favorite all-around lens. Go check it out.
I got to check it out.
FMF race recap. Let's get into it here. Okay, here's your results from the last race. For those that forgot, maybe, from High Point up here on the table.
It's been a long time.
Shocker that Jet Lawrence does it again.
Finding ways.
Just finds ways. Are you on board with the conspiracy theory? How they let him get into 3rd place and then decide to call the race?
Well, you can't call it until he's got an overall, you know?
Hey, when you're that good, you're that good. That's all I'm saying. Things go your way when you're, hey, we got Christian Martinez behind the scenes right now telling me to wrap it up. Christian, come on now.
We just started.
Yeah, but it was Hunter, another second place. So Jet now has a 28-point lead over Tomac, who got third overall. He's second in the points. AP, Justin Cooper, and then Colt Nichols for the wild card. How many points did you score, Charles?
I'm at 249, and I believe I got 67 this last round. So
Didn't we tie?
not even that bad. I'm pretty sure we did.
We tied.
Yeah.
We can't be doing this. Someone's got to. Okay, we tied.
So I feel like I'm not doing that bad, but could be doing better.
All right. Well, let's talk about some highlights though from the last race for all those I forgot. What stood out to you, Charles? 250s? Anything?
So, main thing I was thinking about is two things. Hymas with his knee. So
that's a bummer.
Yeah. I feel like I don't want to say it's going to be less interesting moving forward in 250s, but those were the two guys, Deegan and Hymas.
Yeah,
that
torn
were gonna go
ACL.
at it.
Look, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I love Chance. I love his whole family.
Uh-huh.
I was talking about this actually with somebody driving home from the race this weekend. Chance has done his ACL, I believe, twice in the same knee, and now he's just done it in his other knee that he had never torn before. I'm not a doctor, but there's certain riders who just tear ligaments and things a lot more than others, it seems. So my question is it a genetics thing for some of these riders where they just get the short end of the stick and they just are more prone to tearing ligaments? Like their ACLs are just not, their ligaments and things just aren't as strong as another rider. I only ask that just because you've got other guys like Tomac and the Webbs and some of these other riders that they dab their legs all the time. They get their legs caught in ruts, and they've never torn an ACL or had like a major knee injury. And it seems like Hymas, it's like, do you just stick your legs 3 times and you just stick your leg out one time in a rut and there it goes? So
that's a question for Dr. McGinley.
Yeah. And I also wonder this. Look, at Hymas, he was having a breakout year. I think he was showing that he was really the next best guy.
Right.
But he's got to recover from this. And then 2026, it's like he's just got to get through a full season. Because if he has another something happen in 2026, I hate to say it, but you're going to build that reputation of he just can't stay healthy.
Yep.
So I love Chance. I want to see him bounce back. And yes, it does suck for the series. All right. How about Julian Beaumer having this high side crash?
Oh, dude, that was
what a
gnarly
doozy. And he got up.
Yeah,
from
and then you see Kitchen right after him.
Right. Almost. That's exactly what Beaumer did. He just got lucky. That's hairball.
Yeah.
But, dude, they're coming over that hill, third gear, whatever, like pinned. So he was lucky to get away with that one. Yeah, it's such a bummer.
It sounded like they just watered the face of the jump or something like that, but it doesn't really look that bad.
It does flying up everywhere. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. So that was really all that stood out. And then, just Hayden Deegan doing Hayden Deegan things. Yep. 450s Moto 1. How about Malcolm Stewart just getting the Mike Tyson is what I like to call it.
Oh, I think that's what his brother was saying something about that, right?
I mean, talk about the slowest, most violent crash you've ever seen in your life.
It's crazy that it looks like he catches his head. Yeah.
Just caught the handlebar right on the chin. It cut his chin open pretty good. But, yeah, he's lucky. Could you imagine taking that to the esophagus or just right to your Adam's apple? Oh, scary.
Bad news.
All right. And then Jet almost went down. That's that's about the most exciting thing. Right here is his rear end steps out a little bit.
Little swap.
That was right after he had stalled the motorcycle.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that was caused by him trying to hurry a little bit, kind of rushing things.
Was he just stalling his bike to see if he could catch everybody or trying
just
to
give
tow
himself
his
a
brother
challenge?
In?
No. I don't know. Really right there, he's either in too high of a gear, like didn't downshift, or maybe his rear wheel left the ground for just that split second while he was on the rear brake and stalled the engine. Yep. But what blows my mind, though, is, and everyone's talking about this, his Hunter and AP go by, and Jet is just like 2 laps in, he's like, all right, I'll go a little bit faster, and just gets right back by him. It's almost... I don't want to say frustrating because we're watching what I believe Jet Lawrence, look, he doesn't have the accolades yet of Carmichael and Stu and Tomac and some of these guys, but I believe that we are seeing the most skilled dirt bike rider of all time. The way he rides, the way he's beating these guys, just everything, in my opinion, I think that just all-out skill. I'm not talking about championships yet, all that, but I just think all-out bike skill, I think Jet is probably the best we've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you can name somebody else that comes to mind that you think has better bike skills than Jet Lawrence. He just does things that are different that I don't think we see people do. And people need to start acknowledging that.
Yeah, I can't argue it.
And it's hard when somebody's killing your heroes like Tomac and these guys. I get it.
I know.
But you also got to admire just how great he is. Okay. News and injuries, though. Let's talk about it. Hymus.
Yeah. Already
Crappy.
talked about him.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean.
I think that's it, other than old news. I mean, it was Grant Harlan. He came back and raced last race.
Sexton's not going to be there because his own team put out fake news. That was awkward. That's when you knew there was tensions brewing, is when Red Bull or Ian Harrison and them, they post saying he's going to plan to be back for Southwick, and then Sexton puts fake news and says Red Bud. Speaking of, look, there's a time in life when you just have to acknowledge that you were wrong from time to time.
True.
And I'm going to do that right now. I said in the last show, I said that Chase Sexton Jet had never been passed straight up in a moto. That is not the case. 2024, Southwick, Jet was coming back from his injury that he had sustained at Hangtown.
Yep.
Second moto, he won the first moto. Second moto, Chase passed him straight up.
Yep.
Yeah, Jet was laboring. He was hurt, but Chase Sexton did pass him straight up and won that moto.
Get your facts right.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
Facts right.
So anybody in the comments section, anybody that said, hey, you're wrong, Chase, you're an idiot, sounds good, I will wear it. Robert Wolf is really disagreeing with me right now in the chat section.
Stuart Villapoto,
Dungey Reed.
Stuart, dude.
Look.
As far as talent, dude's insane.
I feel like, however, Stu was unreal, and he was doing things that we really hadn't seen before.
Yep.
But the way I look at it, though, is obviously they're all incredible dirt bike riders. But Stu was fast. I think a lot of his talent came because he was just willing to twist it more than somebody else. But that doesn't necessarily mean more skill. Yeah. It means I'm just willing to crash or die trying to win this moto. And just no matter what, I will hold the gas on. There's a difference of willing to risk it versus talent on a bike. So I look at Stu and him as just two different things. Jet, most skill. James, most willing to die for a moto win.
I feel like he had the talent. He just needed a little bit of restraint.
Yeah, like the way that Jet wins these motos, like everyone talks about, just like 1 or 2 second gap. If James Stewart had that same mentality, probably wins a heck of a lot more championships.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to beat everybody by 20 seconds.
Or just willing to settle for a third on your bad night.
Right.
James and Ricky Carmichael weren't willing to do that. It was win or go home. So I like Carmichael's the same way. Carmichael revolutionized the fitness, like when he went to Alden's. But you cannot tell me right now, I get it, he's the GOAT, but all-out skill on a dirt bike, there's no way Carmichael is anywhere near Jet.
Yeah, he was all hard work. Didn't matter if his legs were hanging off the back. He was
just wide open. But those guys crashed. They had some spectacular crashes. So, that's all I'm saying.
Dr. JB, Jet is the most talented, not a question.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. JB, for agreeing with that. Okay, let's move on here. We've talked about that a lot. Stay sick leaderboards. What do we got here? Congratulations. So overall leaderboard, Hansen 34 at 370 points. Don't worry. Only
crushing my self-esteem yet
only
again.
136 points more than me. It's no big deal.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, Evo Thumper, TWS. Then for our group, RM Fantasy MXperts.
Yeah, join that if you haven't already.
So this is good news. TWS, translating right over. So he's number 1 in our group.
Yeah.
3rd overall.
Look at that.
That's great.
Okay, yeah. And then Thunder Valley top scorers like that. A bunch of perfect scores. Oh, congratulations to those people that knew to pick Hunter for second.
Yeah. Dude, that's probably my biggest surprise the whole weekend. Like,
what?
He went 2-2.
Hunter
Just crushed it.
He rode good. Did he go 2-2? He didn't get AP at the end of Moto 1, did he?
He did.
No, because he stalled or crashed in Moto 1. He gave Eli Tomac the gift. Get your facts right. Where's the soundbite?
Let me check it. Let's fact check this. Dr. JB, chime in here.
You can fact check all you want. Hunter made a mistake late in Moto 1 and Tomac got around him. I swear he didn't. I swear you're wrong.
Let me
he
find
made
out
a mistake
right now.
late and Tomac got around him and got a gift for 4th place. Charles.
Let's see. We got people chiming in. Let's see. Carew gave me. He went 2-2.
I'm thinking of freaking Thunder Valley. Once again, when a man is wrong in this world, you need to. What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
That was a full raise off. Hunter did go 2-2. Oh, see what happens when you miss a week.
I almost started believing you. This is gaslighting me, man. I was
I'm
like,
just going to talk it into
just looking at
existence.
this.
Just say it until you're like, all right, you're right. He did go 4-2. No, Hunter has definitely stepped it up. He is riding much better, so it's good to see.
Hey,
what?
Jaron Fox, make him eat a peanut.
Oh,
that's
not
like the
yet.
new punishment.
If I ate a peanut on this show, I wouldn't be able to make it through the rest of it. It would be a bad day.
Hey, anyway, you know what time it is right now? We
What?
got to keep things moving. It is ASV Track Trends.
What, is Christian in the backdrop telling you to move it along too?
No.
Jeez.
No.
Okay. Track trends. Southwick. You know what's interesting? I never really paid much attention. I didn't realize that the track's kind of like, not the middle of town, but a lot of these tracks are just in the boondocks.
Yeah.
There's like this sports facility right next door. There's a bunch of residential areas. It was just more not as rural as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Same.
the Wick.
Kind of crazy. Weather?
Looking like mid-70s. Some thunderstorms with light rain in the morning. Some thunderstorms later in the afternoon. Hopefully we don't get any more lightning strikes that are putting it down.
That'd be bad news. But yeah, I would assume, I mean, it was like 20% for the thunderstorm or the rain?
Rain was 40% is what I saw. A couple, they all lie to us. But it's great. They are lucky because I was looking at the weather that's going on like in the next couple of days. It's high 90s, 100 degrees with like 80%, 85% humidity.
Dang.
Could you imagine riding your dirt bike in that?
Brutal.
Brutal. Yeah, I've never ridden my dirt bike on the East Coast, so I don't really know what it's like to ride in hot, humid weather. I've been to the East Coast, but yeah, doesn't sound like a good time. I will say, I do want to point this out. My greatest memory of any race that I have watched at Southwick, some people in the chat might remember this. I don't remember the year, 2017, 2018, circa that. Eli Tomac and Marvin Musquin are having this crazy battle. And Marv is riding really good. Eli gets around Marv. And just off to the side, you can see Marvin's wife, Mathilde. As Eli gets around him, there is no question in my mind, he looks over at Mathilde. There's no one else there. Mathilde is right there off the side of the track wearing a bright orange dress. You can just kind of barely see her. But yes, Eli goes around Marv. There's Mathilde.
Sorry about it.
Sorry about it. Not sorry. Looks over.
That's awesome.
As he's passing her husband. So there's only two reasons he looked over. One, to be like, I don't know. Or maybe just Mathilde in a bright orange dress, probably where she shouldn't be on the track.
I'm sure it just caught him off guard.
But you don't do a full 90-degree head turn as you're passing first place.
What if he crashed? He's rubbernecking and he crashes like, whoa.
Maybe that was her whole strategy. I don't know.
Could have been.
But that was... Honestly, that makes me like Eli Moore, says Krista, here for the pettiness. At least she will swallow her pride and admit the truth. I like that. Anyway, that's just one of my favorite moments from Southwick is Eli Tomac looking over at Marv's wife when he passed her. I just thought it was cool. All right, Charles. That being said, it is Bridgestone. Lock them in.
Let's lock them in.
Let's talk about our picks here. Here's my question. Before we lock them in, though. This top 5 right now have separated themselves. Who's the next rider that you feel is going to break into the top 5?
Probably Hampshire.
I was thinking the same thing. I think we're on the same page there. Hampshire. I say Hampshire. Hampshire needs to have a breakout year. Here, Chuck, here's your number plates. These are up here on the table for you. Here you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay. Are we or are we not unanimous?
We are not unanimous. We are not.
I've got Jet. I mean, there's obvious reasons.
Hey, stick to your side over there.
Oh, yeah. Let me stick over here.
Okay, you're
I
going
don't even
Jet.
want to be over there.
Okay.
Well, here's the deal. Jet, he's finished first 6 out of 8 motos. And the 2 motos he didn't win,
yeah.
he took third.
Look, I can't argue to put Jet in first. I even said pick Jet to win until he doesn't. But I'm kind of in this weird position where I'm not going to gain any points on you if I just have the same picks every weekend.
It's very true.
So I need to I'm going to go Tomac for the win. I look at his record. He's got a 50% win record. There in the last 6 races, he's won 3.
I like it.
And so, yeah, I think Tomac he rides incredible in the sand.
Yep.
And he's the only active rider besides Jet to win Southwick. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's the only other guy that's won Southwick overall out of all the active riders that are there. I'm desperate and I need to make up points. That's my other bullet point that I put on there.
Arguments for both, but here's my one argument against him.
Against Tomac?
Yeah.
What?
The only time he beats Jet is when he starts out front, and he's just been too inconsistent.
I know.
So, like, last weekend, Moto 2 started first, finished first. Moto 1 started 10th, finished 5th. It's like just working forward is killing him.
I'm Bon Jovi, dude. I'm living on a prayer.
Yeah, well, but here's the other crazy thing, though. So even though he was 3rd overall last weekend,
yeah,
it's the first race he's had a better overall average lap time over Jet. So I don't know. I think.
But look at this. Look at Jet's average start. Look at it's 1. His average start 2.3. Tomac's at 6.75. Yeah, that's just hard to beat. Jet has started first in 6 out of 8 motos. After lap 1. He's maybe not the whole shot, but by the end of lap 1, he's out front. Will Jet lose a moto? What,
this weekend? You need to get Tomac some cheater fuel or something. Somehow, some way, just to spice this thing up.
Yeah. You think Tomac's still just doing it all by feel? No start map, no nothing? Because that's what him and Webb like to do.
So, yeah.
Once again, I divert back to, hey, if your competition is constantly getting the jump on you, 6 out of 8 motos, he's first after lap 1, you've got to start trying other things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Okay, well, I'm going Jet second, obviously. You're going Tomac second?
Tomac second.
Okay.
So this one's controversial after last weekend, but I'm going AP third because Hunter looked really good.
Yeah, okay.
But, yeah, AP, and that's just I'm doing this off of stats. I got to play it safe. I've got my 15-point, 1 position point lead. But
okay. Well, why AP over Hunter? I mean, I honestly feel like
out of 8 motos this year, he's only finished off the podium 3 times.
I feel like it's flip a coin between Hunter and AP right now.
I would agree with that, especially after last weekend, and they were even talking about it, like Hunter's feeling more comfortable on the bike. They didn't change the setup from the previous weekend.
I'm going Hunter because I'm looking at last race results. He went 2-2. Yeah. He beat AP straight up in both those motos. Momentum's on his side. The starts are phenomenal. Go back to that average chart. Who's got the better average start between AP and Hunter? Hunter, it's 3.38. AP is at 4.6. I mean, and I feel like between those two, it's kind of like whoever can start in front of the other. Your odds of winning or beating that guy are much higher.
A little bit, but yeah, AP, he was gifted the lead for a minute, I believe, in Moto 1. And, he can be up there, but that didn't last didn't last too long. So
Sounds like you're talking yourself out of AP for third.
no, I'm really torn. So I guess that was my whole thing is these two guys, if I'm feeling something different come Saturday, I might switch them. But
Okay.
it's going to be third or fourth right there.
All right. Well, I think we both had the same fourth pick. Jay Coop. Or who do you got?
Whoa, I put
Just
this whole
joking.
time.
Just joking.
Oh, my gosh.
Just joking.
I messed up my whole deal here. Okay. You got Jay Coop in fifth?
I have, yeah. I mean, he's just the fifth best guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
average
I've
start,
got AP fourth, and I've got Jay Coop fifth.
Average finish, 4.13.
Ugh.
5.6. He went 5.6 at Southwick last year for fourth overall.
No rider, in my opinion, is more start dependent than Justin Cooper.
Yep,
If he starts,
100%.
if he hole shots, he'll probably stay within the top three.
Yeah.
But he does not move forward if he gets a bad start. That's why I don't know what it is. He obviously has the raw speed. I mean, he qualified fastest a couple times. It just, he does not move forward. Do you think that's a confidence thing? What do you think it is about Justin Cooper when, was it at Thunder Valley, he was 1.5 seconds almost faster than Jet and Tomac? He was over a second faster. Like, he had the pace. So I just wonder why that can't translate into battling Jet and Eli for a moto win.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a consistency deal. It can't be consistency.
No, he's been consistent.
He stays where he's at.
You think
Yeah,
it's
I
just
don't
a
know.
matter of believing? Like, he believes that he just doesn't quite believe that he's better than those guys, or he can beat those guys?
I would say so. I mean, I don't know. Maybe these other guys just have a little bit of an edge on him.
It's possible.
That's what it is.
Okay, well,
I don't know.
the guy can lay down a heater lap, that's for sure. All right, Next up, though, what is it?
We've got the Motion Pro Wildcard Watch.
Speaking of Motion Pro, grand prizes, weekly prizes, check them out.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite Motion Pro? I think I've asked you this. What's your favorite Motion Pro tool?
Man. Well, favorite this week, so we actually have a coolant pressure tester.
Oh,
That's
this
pretty
week.
sweet this week.
You're on the weekly program. That's impressive.
Well, they make all kinds of cool stuff. Well, the cool thing is they make stuff that is specific for motorcycles. And, you know, a lot of things people are trying to use, they're trying to adapt something else to make it work.
Uh-huh.
So always just get the right tool.
Okay.
Don't mess with the hassle.
My favorite is the digital pressure gauge.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but when it comes to my dirt bike, one of the things that I'm like most picky about is air pressure in my tires. And I just like knowing that I've got, like, if it says I've got 13.5 PSI, that's what I know it is. So their digital pressure gauge is one that all the factory teams use. They're accurate, and that's what I like to use.
Yeah.
So it's probably my favorite.
That pressure makes a big difference. So
Yeah, it does.
it's worth it.
All right, Motion Pro Wildcard Watch, though. My pick right here, 23, Grant Harlan. That's who's going to do it. Here's why. Out of 6 motos, he's finished 14th to 16th 4 times, and he finished 15th overall at High Point. And I don't know if we said what the position is yet, but it is 15th for the wildcard this week.
Yep.
Who do you have?
So, yeah, I was actually going between him and Colt Nichols. So I'm going for a two-peat. So he got the wild card last weekend, 12th, but he's finished within one spot of 15th overall, 3 out of 4 races. So 12th is his best result. Worst is 16th. So he's right around there every weekend.
Okay. We do have some honorable mentions that you could be watching maybe in qualifying. Harry Koulas is one. Colt Nichols you got. Grant Harlan is who I have. Mitchell Harrison, Derek Drake.
Yep.
15th is tough.
It is.
Because, I mean, you look at some of the moto scores. I mean, you're like the guy that you pick for the wild card could get 10th at Moto 1, and you're thinking, oh, crap. But then he could get 18th at Moto 2 and land smack dab somewhere in the middle. Yep. I wish, you know what I wish? Maybe we should bring this up. Maybe, or, if during the moto, like Moto 2, they always say for the leaders, like, hey, if it ended right now where they're at, this is where they would finish overall. What if they just had a live scoring table on the side that just showed who was in first through 15th overall at that moment in the race? So you could see like, oh, like Mookie he's right now, if the race ended, Malcolm Stewart would get 8th overall. Or like, oh, Grant Harlan's actually going to get 11th overall if he finishes right where he's at. Just so you have a little bit more knowledge of like what's going on, because let's face it, when we're watching the races, we're typically just focused on the top 5. You don't really know what's going on behind you.
True.
And as a fantasy player, I'm going to be a little bit selfish here and say, hey, help me know what's going on with my picks a little bit.
Yeah.
So maybe
yeah,
they do that.
It's tough because it's a lot of information, like just watching all the time. I like seeing how many seconds people are behind.
The coding you'd
and all
have
that.
to do, it'd
But-
probably be pretty tough. But, I mean, if they can do it while they're out there racing for the
be
top
cool.
5, I mean, it'd be cool.
Could be cool, but they don't care about our wild card, I don't think.
Yes, they absolutely do, Charles.
All right.
Yes, they absolutely do. All right.
Get them to do it.
All right, so that it is. Those are our top 5 picks. They're locked in. Who do you have? Comment down below who you're going to have for your picks this weekend. Are we going to see a spoiler? Is RJ Hampshire going to crack the top 5? I mean, outside of – what about Prado? I mean, think he'll be any better this weekend?
I hope so.
I really hope so. Just for the sake of the series. And
Moto 1, didn't he get a pretty dang good start too?
yeah, but then it was like even worse because – you know, he complained about the power of the bike. Then he gets a really good start and like, okay. And then he faded back to like 7th or 8th. Not good.
Yeah,
It's not
Yeah,
good
when you
in the
start
Prado
out
camp.
that high up, it's a little bit harder to complain about the power of the bike.
Yeah, not good to fade back that far.
Yeah.
So, what else was I going to say? There's that. Oh, and then in qualifying, they had a mistake where Prado was at the top of the board, and he was like 1.5 or 2 seconds faster than everybody else. You're like, oh, sick. Like, Prado's here. Like, finally, we're seeing what he can really do. And then they're like, oh, sorry, we made a mistake. He was actually like 36th. So if you're Prado, you look up and you see your name at the top of the leaderboard, and you think, yeah. And then after they correct it, you're 36th.
Yeah. Oh boy.
That's 2 races in a row where he didn't really he didn't even make it into the races until like late in the second qualifier.
That's pretty insane.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
Yeah. You know he can do it. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Well, I guess I know Sam and Jake are blowing out eardrums apparently with the soundbite of the. That's the quietest one they say. I don't know what's going on with Prado, but holy crap. Can we just get a top 5? Can we get a top 5? That's all I'm asking for.
Do you think Hampshire does it first or Prado? I mean,
I'm going to say Prado only because, no, I already said Hampshire.
that was a trick question.
That was a trick. That was a good one. But Prado's just.
I want to know what the people think. Does Hampshire do it or Prado first? Robert says Hampshire. 2 Roberts say Hampshire.
Yeah. I think Hampshire definitely believes that he belongs up there with these guys more than Prado does right now.
Yeah.
So if you're going to talk to confidence, I got to go Hampshire. All right. Well, while you guys are voting on that, we said in our last show that we were going to give away some MSR gear to our favorite meme. And if you follow the Discord and you comment down below, or there's a link to it in the description, but you can go to the Discord, you can join there. That's where we have the chat going on all the time, people submitting memes, Christian hard at work putting in memes.
Dude, this one's so good.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Rocky Mountain's
All that cash.
gonna go broke over here paying out all this fantasy cash.
Yep.
Don't forget, too, it does expire after a month. So you need to spend it within the month that you get it. So it can accumulate for 1 month, but then it does go away, so don't forget. Let's see here.
What do we got?
They can't talk about other riders that aren't riding for the AMA. What are we talking about here? Talking about us? Oh, yeah, Southwick always has some locals that show up that are just Southwick masters.
Yeah.
Oh, the Conan brothers. Lucas and Sasha?
That's what people are saying in chat. I do not know.
I have not heard. It would be insanity to me if KTM let their 2 stars in Europe come over for one race at Southwick. They just had a race. They raced at Matterley Basin. It would be insanity to me if KTM was to allow that. But I am here for it.
Yeah.
The more of this we can see, the better. It just came out.
Interesting.
Sick.
Interesting.
Okay.
Spicy news.
Okay. So Lucas Conan second in points right now in the 450 class. Sam, you follow MXGP. You think, huh? A tad? Ugh, rumor. Well, I don't know. Sauce is a 250 guy. Lucas is 450s. He could do top 5. However, you have to remember that MXGP does not have the homologation rules that we have. So when they come over to the States, they have to ride, in most cases, a completely different motorcycle than what they race over in Europe. They can do whatever they want to those motorcycles.
Yeah.
It's a full factory motorcycle. What we think of a factory bike here ain't the real deal factory. Europe is where you have the real factories because they're building one-offs, hand-built swing arms, frames, the whole caboodle. They just have shrouds that look like the same bike that we race over here.
Yep.
Underneath those shrouds, they can do whatever they want, basically.
Yeah,
all right.
We got all the regulations. Hey, what's up with this? People are saying in the chat that there's a conspiracy about RM being censored by the AMA. Self-regulated.
What? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Anyway, we got the memes up here on the TV screen. Paint me
I like this one.
What is this from?
I don't even know what it's from, but it's funny.
I don't see. That's why.
Paint me like one of your French girls. His hair's blowing in the wind.
Oh, is that? There's a famous painting of a girl that's standing there with her hair blowing off to the side. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's what it's about. I guess comment if you know. Is it Titanic? Oh, it's Titanic?
Is it?
Paint me like one of your all the people in the chat are just blowing up.
Dude, that's our generation.
Jack,
what are we even
I don't
doing?
know. I grew up on Jack and freaking, what was her name? Rose?
Yeah.
I grew up on
Rose.
Jack and Rose. I had no idea. Man, that scene was hot and spicy, man. But yeah, I forgot all about that quote. Who thought about Titanic when they were looking at AP?
Apparently this guy. Wait, who submitted that? Do we know?
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Give
anyway,
a
let's see.
shout
Let's
out,
see the next one.
Titanic.
Whoa.
Yeah. This one's funny, and this one has me mixed feelings, mixed emotions. I don't know how to feel about this because I think it is funny. But Charles,
I don't know, dude.
we're spooning.
Not about it.
Whoever got this has me spooning.
Not about it.
Okay. Kairu made the other one. Paint me like a French girl.
Minus 25 points to Kairu.
For this one?
Yeah.
Kairu did the Pay Me Like a French Girl.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Whoever did
yeah,
this
that dude's
one,
awesome.
Whoever did this one is very dedicated, but with just a dark mind.
This one's
Engine guy did this.
Engine
Okay.
guy.
What do we got next? Get
It's a
off
little
of here.
messed up.
Let's get this one off the screen. I don't want to look at me spooning Charles for too long. Oh, let's see here. When Jason Thomas, what did he quote in Shakespeare? People are talking about this. Once again, we need the chat to help us out.
Or not to be. No, I don't know what he quoted. I don't know enough Shakespeare.
Okay, I don't know what he said. But apparently he... That's probably my favorite. That kid doing that look.
Yeah. It works for a lot of different
He does
things.
have that kid does have 3 fingers. Battery's got 5 and just big gaps between them.
Yep.
Never know. Thanks, Jake. Now
claw.
all I'm ever going to see is just 3 fingers. Oh, gosh. All right, what else we got? Jet? Why does Jet have an afro?
I don't know.
Oh, the security guard? Okay.
What is this? What is that making fun of?
I don't know.
Is that Napoleon? I remember Nitro Circus had something like that, but it couldn't be that.
But it's got AP's hair on Sexton's head with the Red Bull hat. That's a little strange to me. Okay. What do we got next? I'm not trying to make Prado happen. Are you trying to make Prado happen?
I'm not trying to make Prado happen. Well, maybe.
I want Prado to happen. I'm not trying to make it happen, but all right, what do we got next? I'll be honest, I don't really get it that much. I'm just gonna be totally honest.
I think that's an old school meme.
Never has
from
been.
what I understand.
Okay. Fair enough.
But,
I mean, okay. Is Prado?
can we go back to the school
Is
bus
Prado
one?
just ruining the chances of any other MXGP riders coming over to the States? What about
don't
the school
know.
one?
Dude, this one's fun. I mean, who's your daddy, basically?
Who is your daddy?
Yeah, taking his kids. Kind of funny.
Okay. Well,
Anyway.
look, as far as our favorite goes, we got more.
Whoa, what? How did I not notice this one?
You didn't see that one?
No.
Gosh, Charles.
Dang.
Do your homework. Do your research.
Dang. That's pretty funny.
Okay.
That one's good, too.
This one is a video, and it's honestly one of the most epic videos of all time. This midget, short person. You say midget. This guy.
I don't know if you could say
He's
that
just
on there.
casually riding through these pits here on a scooter. Oh, dude, he did it me. He tried to cut across the mud.
Yep.
Literally, that's exactly what I did.
Yep.
This guy and me should have a chat. But you all
Our
probably,
guy
I'm sure a lot
Chase.
of you have seen that video. But he tries to ride across the mud.
Brutal.
I just love that he just bounces and rolls a few times. You know what it reminds me of is when that guy crashed, if you watch the video, you seen Black Sheep with Chris Farley?
Yeah.
Remember when he rolls on Hello Washington on the top of the mountain?
Oh, yeah,
And
all
then
the
he
way down.
And he rolls all the way down. He gets to the bottom. And he just stands up. He says, "What was that all about?"
Yeah.
That's kind of what I feel
Same,
like that
same.
guy was saying when he crashed the mud. Like, what was that all about?
That's awesome.
Oh, man. Okay.
I like this one, too. You've been seeing this video go around?
This guy's doing whoops on a snowboard.
Yeah, they have like some,
They tow him in.
I don't know, they're just going down a sandhill.
Have you ever surfed on a sandhill or snowboarded or tried to?
I have.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Sand in the pants in every area possible.
That would be accurate.
Okay. Fair enough.
Man, Prado can't catch a break.
Prado is getting hammered.
Yep.
Have we beaten the Prado train, the Prado horse to death?
Let's do it some more. Last one.
It's being mean to quad riders.
I have no comments at this time.
I just bought my 5-year-old and 2-year-old a little KFX 54-wheeler. Dude, that thing's awesome. We rip around the neighborhood all day. Way safer than a dirt bike right now.
Chase
Actually,
is
that
now
true?
a quad. I don't know.
Don't worry, they'll
forward
graduate.
ATVs
They'll
flip.
graduate. ATVs
Chris-
do flip.
Chris hacking. Yep, 100%.
What?
I'm assuming it's to that
To the meme? Oh, geez, oh. All I know
Anyway.
is, look, we were going to pick the spooning one. But I think we got to – I got to call an audible here.
Who's we?
I think the meme with Aaron Plessinger, paint me like one of your French girls, is my favorite. What's your favorite?
Paint me like a French girl.
Paint me like a French girl. We got to go all the way back. Yeah, oh, get up.
Paint me like a French girl.
Just the fact that it's from Titanic is pretty freaking good. We're going to call this our winner for the meme contest for the MSR gear giveaway.
Love it.
Oh, congratulations. Whoever made it, shout out. Jake,
Thanks for the memes, guys. That
thank
was
you
awesome.
so much.
Some good laughs.
Oh,
And,
my goodness.
Keep them coming.
Oh, jeez. Make it even make sense. That's the only one that even made... Well, Krista, it didn't make sense when I first read it for the first time, but now it does. That's it. That is our show for round 5 of RN Fantasy MXperts.
That's right.
15-point lead for you, Charles. Headed to Southwick. Come on, Eli Tomac. Where's my Tomac fans? I just want to see Jets won 16 out of 17 overalls. Something insane.
Don't get these stats on me right now. I got to fact check myself, but
I just want to see somebody win an overall. I want to see Tomac do it or AP. Anybody. I just want to see it done.
I would like to see it, but you know what they say? Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing going to change.
What?
Jet P1.
I know.
It's gonna happen.
I know.
Sorry,
I just don't want
guys.
it to happen, and I have the hiccups. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Remember, get subscribed to the RN Fantasy channel if you have not already. We're here every week to do this. The bench race, have some fun, talk about our picks, and hopefully give you a few stats and a couple of things just to help you guys out if you're struggling. But comment down below who your pick's going to be this weekend. Also, don't forget, 20 tickets to Redbud. Comment not live, after, if you can make it, and we'll pick some lucky winners. I'm Chase.
I'm Charles. We'll see you guys next week.
See you then.